time to work on page 2. So the pieces you will need for page 2. Your A piece is 6.5 inches by 11 inches. Your B piece is 3 inches by 6.5. And then you'll need 2 C pieces, which measure 5 3/8 by 6 3/4. Okay, so those are the pieces you need. Bring out your scoring board. Piece A will be scored at 5.5 on the 11-inch side. 5.5 on the 11-inch side. Your B piece will be scored at half. Oops. Half and 3/8, so the next tick over on the 3-inch side. So you're just creating a little gusset there. And then your C pieces score at half on the 6 3/4 inch side. Okay, done with the scoring. Get that out of the way. And now we'll apply our score tape to the 1/2 inch sections. Okay, now on your B piece, make sure that you only put the score tape on the 1/2 inch part. Don't let it go into your little gusset there, your little extra score line. And then A does not get any score tape because there are no 1/2 inch sections. Now we are going to miter the corners. So on the B piece, make sure you only go from the 1/2 inch score line to the edge. Do not cut in to that gusset there, that it's just on the 1/2 inch section. And then miter your C pieces, and there's nothing to miter on your A piece. Okay, get the biddies out of the way. Fold and crease on all of your score lines. On your B piece, make sure to crease both of those score lines well. And it might seem like it's such a tiny little thing that it's not going to do very much, but this gusset will really help. So, because this piece is going to be going over top of quite a few other pieces, so this just makes it so that it will close properly. Go over everything smoothly. Alright, so once all your pieces are creased, we will begin by taking the score tape off our B piece, and B is going to adhere to A right at the top. Oh, sorry, was I off camera? So it's going to adhere right at the top so that it closes over the rest of A. Okay, just like that. And then the 2 C pieces, one is going to go at the bottom of your A when it's in the open position. And the other one on the, so it's the bottom at the left, and then your other C piece is going to go on the top part of A on the right. Okay, so right here. Alright, so we've got one C-piece at the top right, one C-piece the bottom left, and then it all closes up like that. And now we are going to put a magnet closing this together. So a little bit of score tape. Oh, come on. 2 magnets. Another piece of score tape. And close it up. Alright, so we've got that. And now bring in your base page. So that's page 1. So we're flipping it over. The openings are still to the left and right. And we want to put our pattern paper on this part first, because then we're just going to glue this whole part down. So we want your pattern paper on first. So decide what it is you're putting on there. I'm going to use getting into the brighter blues of winter, so I'm putting that on. Or do I like this one better? No, we'll stick with what I got. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one on. Okay, and then adhere this whole section right down. Center it as best you can. That looks pretty good. Okay. Open it up. And I want this piece here. And this piece up here, I guess. Yes, I think that's what I was going to do. Okay. Or, Okay, so I decided it was better to have, I realized that I had a tiny little corner of a present cut out here, so I matched that up together, and then on the inside I had a tiny little corner of a present here, so I had to match those up. Alright, now I'm going to continue putting the paper on. I'm just going to do white on either side here. So it can be for a journaling spot or for photos. I might fancy it up a little bit in the decorating. I haven't decided yet. Okay, this goes up here. I might put some bling on that or something, maybe. Alright, so close that back up, and then on the front section here, I wanted it to look like a present. So what I'm going to do is I've put some ribbon on here. Put a strip down here just with score tape and a strip here. Fold it over on the back. Alright, and now I'm going to adhere that one up here. Okay, so this on top. And then I've got another one down here that's going to go on this piece. And you don't have to make it look like a present. This was just a design idea. You can do whatever your little heart desires. But I'm going to do this and I'm going to try and line up the two pieces. So, alright, and then I've got a little bow here that I made, so I'm going to attach that right in the center like that. And then I might put like a to from tag or something like that on there. So, might use actual glue for this. And we'll stick that right down there. Spread the bow a little bit. And that looks pretty good. I might put a little piece of bling or something right there in the center, I think. Let's see. What do we have? Alright, I'm going to put one of these little flowers right in the center. Okay, and there's my little present. Okay, and now we can move on to page 3. Feel free to add more embellishments if you so desire. Haven't decided if I'm going to or not, so I'm going to leave that for now. And I might add some stamping or something later. We'll see. Alright, page 3. The pieces you will need for page 3 are as follows. Your A piece is 5 3/4 inches by 8.5 inches. Your B piece is, oh, you need 2 B pieces, sorry. So your B pieces are 4.5 inches by 7 inches. And your 2 C pieces are 5 inches by 6.5 inches. Okay, and now we will get our scoreboard out. A will be scored at half on the 5 3/4 inch side. Your 2 B pieces will be scored at half on the 7 inch side. And your C pieces will be scored at half on the 5 inch side. Okay, scoreboard away, score tape in, and put your score tape on all of those 1/2 inch sections. Alright, miter all those corners. You got this now. Easy peasy. All right. Bye-bye, biddies. And fold and crease all of your score lines. Okay, bring in your second base page. Now we are going to mark 5/8 of an inch from the top of the base page. So 5/8 of an inch. And we're going to do that in a couple places and draw a little line. Okay, so draw a line at the 5/8 of an inch mark. You won't see this, so don't worry. It's just a guideline because we are going to place, guess what, piece A along that line. Alright, so that's at the top. And we are placing it right along that line, so we're going to have an equal amount of space on the top and on the bottom. Okay, so your B pieces are going to go on the top of your A. So one will be at the bottom left. And one will be at the top right. Of A. Okay, so here's one B piece, the other B piece, and this is your A piece. Alright, so we've got one at the top right, one at the bottom left of A. So there's a little rectangle here of space, there is a little rectangle here of space. Okay? And then your C pieces are going to adhere to the top of your B pieces. Okay, so one at the top here. Okay, the second C piece goes at the bottom of the other B. Okay, so you've got a C and a B, and then you've got this C and a B, and then the whole thing is on top of A. Okay, so now we will add some magnets to close everything down. So first we'll go a magnet from the A piece to the base page. Okay, and now I'm going to put, I'm thinking about using swing tabs here and here to close over the BC sections. So I'm going to work on the pattern paper, and then as I go I'm going to do the magnetized swing tabs. Okay, so let's put some of our pattern paper on. The only piece that we don't want to put down is the A piece, because that's where the swing tab is going to go, so the back of the A. So we can put the B and C pieces on. Continue adding your pattern paper. Now for here, I didn't want to break, I really like this image, so I didn't want to break it up. I wanted to use it all. So I decided to cut it like this, so the bulb is still looking like it's pretty much intact. Like match it up, I mean, like that. Even though it's a different size piece of paper. So get creative when you're get creative when you're decorating. There's so many options for what you can do, but it wasn't quite long enough because that's the full 12 inches, so that's why I'm doing a little journaling spot here. And now we'll put this one on, but we'll leave the underside because that's where we're going to do our swing tabs. If you have any adhesive, ATG adhesive that's gotten a little bit carried away, then just kind of roll it with your fingers to put it back in place. Okay, now I am going to attempt to use these as swing tabs, these snowflakes. Now I'm not actually sure this is going to work. I think these might be a little bit too flimsy, honestly. Yeah, I think they're going to be too flimsy. Yeah, one just broke right now. So we'll just use those as decoration then, and I will use something else as a swing tab. Okay, so I decided to make the swing tabs magnetized. You don't have to do this by any means, but I decided I wanted them magnetized. So what I've done is I've cut out my swing tab. I've got a magnet on it and then score tape over top of that. I'm putting a layer of chipboard cut out with the same die, or not chip, yeah, cardstock I should say. So a coordinating blue cardstock over top of that so that the magnet doesn't get caught on the papers as it's swinging. And I'm going to do the same for the other one. So I'm going to have one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, so I've got a little magnet cardstock sandwich there. And now what I'm going to do is put the swing tab where I want it to go. So I'm going to hold it there. Sorry, that's the middle finger. And I'm going to mark where I want that swing tab. And then I am going to poke a little hole. I'm going to use my crocodile to cut a hole. Alright, and now I'm going to put my swing tab in there with a brad. Now where are my brads? Brads. There we go. Okay, so put it through here, and then put it through this part, and open up the tines. Okay, so now I want it to magnetize, so I shouldn't, I guess I probably should have left this piece of paper open, because now I have to lift it up a little bit and hope that I can do it just enough. And now I'm going to put another magnet on the back of this swing tab, letting it adhere, and a tiny piece of score tape. So if you do decide that you want the swing tabs to be magnetized, I would recommend leaving the pattern paper off. Sorry, I'm having trouble multitasking apparently. There we go, okay. Leaving the pattern paper off this particular piece. Until it's done. It worked out though, so now it magnetizes. Alright, so we're going to do the same process with this other one. Alright, swing tab. We'll mark it where we want it to go. And our crocodile isn't going to reach into there, so we'll have to punch it manually with like a little pokey tool of some sort. Okay. Now put your brad through this swing tab itself, and then through your A piece, through that hole. Okay, and now we're going to have to do the same thing. So put your magnet, I guess before you add it to the paper you could put the magnet on actually. And a little bit of score tape. Alright, so I'm just letting a magnet adhere to its counterpart on the swing tab, adding a little piece of score tape. To it. Now I'm going to get this little piece up first. Okay, removing the backing. And swinging it around to adhere it. Okie dokie! There we go. There is one. And there's the second one. Guess it still kind of flops open, but kind of wish I had a magnet going from this one to this one. Oh well. We'll leave it as it is. No, it's a little too floppy. Okay, so now that we have our swing tabs on, we want to make sure there's a little bit of score tape over top of the tines and then put the pattern paper on the back here. So a little bit of score tape over the tines. Alright, excellent. And now this is going to go down here. I think I might use this side instead. Okay, and now we can take the backing off this if we like. It doesn't really matter. I think I might though. Just rolling it up a bit to give me a bit more room here for the pattern paper. Okay. And this side. Yeah, I'm going to continue with it, I think. Or, I don't know, should I? Yeah. Yeah. So indecisive. Yeah. Okay, and then just embellish the page however you like. I think I'm going to add a couple of these snowflakes. Since I can't use my swing tabs, I think I might put a couple on just as decor. Like that, maybe. I think I might also use a sticker. Because all the collections come with stickers, so I was thinking maybe the family one or celebrating Christmas. Okay, well, I'm going to decide on that later, so add whatever embellishments you like, and then we will move on to page 3.